Hi, everyone, and welcome to Fight 415. I'm Dylan McGrath.
And I'm Icy Mike. Before we move on to our next fight, we'd like to thank our sponsor, the South Carolina National Guard.
Your future is here with the National Guard.
Go Guard!
And now let's get on to our next fight.
There we go, last fight of the night. This fighter comes to you out of the red corner, standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, with a record of 4-1, fighting out of Carolina Combat. Jonathan Orton.
He is one half of our main event this evening, Jonathan Martin, the Phenom.
His opponent fighting out of the blue corner, also standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, with a record of 3-1, out of Rima MMA. Please welcome George S. Kopa.
The other half of our main event, a standout name. If you're a fan of this Carolina fight scene, if you're a follower of combat sports in the area, you know the name George S. Kopa. Fighting out of the Raleigh Institute of Martial Arts. He is kind of their lone warrior these days. I don't think they've brought another fight out for a fighter, brought another fighter out for a fight in many, many years. Traditional martial arts background, but a lot of experience in every rule set. Martin on paper, probably the favorite, but you can never underestimate George Kopa.
One interesting fact, it's not going to sound at first like a great one, but one thing I noticed, he's 3-1 as a pro. He went 1-5 as an amateur, and he only won his first fight. And that's super interesting to me.
And a lot of these 5 are guys holding it, like wrestling him and submitting him and that kind of thing. And he really kind of turned the corner, like with that, dealing with that a little bit, you know?
But think about the mentality of a man who wins a fight, loses 5 fights in a row, and then says, I'm going to be a professional fighter, and then goes on to put a winning record out there. That's really cool.
Yeah, that is very cool. Yeah, Kopa is a warrior, man.
Yeah.
He is a true martial artist in every sense of the word. Sometimes a little too true. I remember when it was announced that he was fighting my teammate Cheyenne, Dojo stormed us.
Oh, nice.
At Elevate. Old school move.
Yeah. Hard right hand from Martin. Kopa quick. Kopa really quick. Good jab. Good level changes.
Yeah, like you said, he's a little elusive with the defense, right?
Look, nice sprawl.
Nice
Jinx.
sprawl.
Kopa doing a very good job fighting the grappling. That was one of the things I was a little concerned about. I thought Martin was going to be able to very easily out-grapple him.
Yeah, neither guy making it easy in these grappling exchanges.
No,
it's obvious what Martin wants.
Right, Kopa definitely doing a great job. And now Martin has great striking.
You know, Martin's showing a little bit more education here, though. He's constantly looking for that inside position with his head and with his other arm. He's looking for the wrist. He's not trying to force anything down below. He's kind of keeping his weight high on George. Pummeling in, looking for double unders as they come off the fence. Kopa on the break lands a nice little strike.
Martin's a good stance switcher as well. He has really good kicks from southpaw, and then he'll switch to orthodox to throw his right hand, and has a sort of a blitzing style right hand.
Yeah, Martin is the champion of his weight class for Showcase MMA. He said in his pre-fight interview with Carolina Warrior TV that he was preparing for this fight as if he was defending his title.
Kopa immediately working to get back up.
Nice shrimp by Kopa.
Immediately working to get back to his feet, which is a problem that he's had in previous fights of being too complacent on the ground. Immediately worked to get back up.
So far, George Kopa really impressing me here. How he continues to improve even this far into his fight career. He becomes harder and harder for these guys to deal with.
And I think it's telling that Martin is not throwing as many strikes as he had in previous fights. I wonder if it's because he respects the defense of Kopa. Very good composure, very good posture, very good presence, control over himself, balance. He's not shooting his jab at Martin's face. You see what he's doing? Kopa's shooting his jab at Martin's right hand.
At his chest, yeah, at chest level at the right hand.
Yeah. Hard leg kick from Martin lands.
That was a thunderous leg kick.
Look at Kopa's defense is always in place. You see his hands are always where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Even in kind of weird situations like that.
He's fundamentally sound, right?
Defensively, he's very, 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 very good. His hands just have a way of being where they need to be to interrupt and block and redirect. Probably because he's the type of guy that would dojo storm somebody. So he probably puts a lot of reps and rounds in sparring. Martin is holding on to those kicks. Previously in his fights, he's thrown a lot more kicks, more varied kicks.
Nice leg kick from Kopa, man. Kopa giving some things to think about to Martin here in this first round. And Martin gets that takedown, and now we're out in the open field here. He's going to take the back. The Gokor Ceviche and brown belt is on the neck of Kopa. Kopa doing a good job of fighting the hands. He's doing a great job of fighting the hands, but Martin is just too good. The windshield wiper. Oh, wow.
Wow, look at this hand fight from Kopa.
Wow, wow, wow. Sucks him in. Martin is going to have to be on a bit of a higher level to finish Kopa. Ziegler calling for the flat. He's going to try to pull him in. Now he's on a strong finishing side. When your arm's on the mat like that, it's way easier to slide under the neck. It's going to be way harder for George to fight here, but he's doing well so far.
Look how composed he is.
Windshield wiper across. Now this one's in.
There we go.
This one's in.
And that's
Jonathan Martin. First round submission over Georges Kopa. The Phenom. Victorious again by submission.
Show of respect between Kopa and Martin.
That Carolina Combat System team, that is the second victory they have over Kopa. Now one by sub, one by decision. It's got to feel definitive. Jonathan Martin, you saw him have the strong finish side under. He windshield wipers back over to the other side while Kopa's busy fighting the bottom hand. And it's just a technical finish from the brown belt and the Gokor system.
By rear naked choke out of the red corner, Jonathan Martin! We want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Spartanburg, you've been a blast.
Jonathan Martin moves to 5-1 and finishes off Fight For It 15 with a thunderous finish to cap off a phenomenal night of fights here in the Carolinas. Icy Mike.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an amazing night of fights. Any one of these could have been a main event. So many fights I'd love to see run back. Just high quality matchmaking. What a main event between Jonathan Martin showing patience and showing intelligence to overcome a very game and crafty George Kopa.
Absolutely. We had a ton of great fights tonight. If you're still on the pay-per-view stream, we thank you so much for joining us for this incredible show. One of our first successful outings out here on pay-per-view. The whole show, start to finish, was fireworks.
Everything.
Youth fights, adult fights, amateur fights, pro fights. We had it all. We had a lot of representation here on this card.
We had some 9-year-old girls that could teach you guys a thing or two about MMA.
Coach Ziegler coming over to get his that's our usual post-main event ritual there, our fist bump. Guys, we want to give one last shout out to our sponsor, Budweiser, the king of beers, obviously. It's Automotive, Knowing Lives Tattoo, 925 WSC, 100.5 WSSL, and the Army National Guard. Go Guard! Go Guard! Don't forget 9-Round Fitness. If you want to, lose some weight, get some cardio kickboxing classes in. 9 Rounds is a great place to go. Or if you're a fighter looking for an additional source of income, 9 Round is a good way to
hold some mitts.
Is a good way to get some practice in, holding some mitts, and you never know who you're going to meet out there. So anyway, guys, once again, thanks so much for joining us for Fight Forward 15. We will be back, or I will be back. Are you coming back September?
Maybe.
Maybe we'll see Icy Mike back here.
Yeah, I'll be back.
That's what I thought.
Jason, tell me, yes, you will. I'll be back. I promise.
All right, guys, Fight For It coming up 16 on September 16th. We'll see you there. I'm Dylan McGrath. This is Icy Mike. Thanks again.